There you go.
Is it good?
Yeah, might be a little too bright, but whatever. Alright. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm so out of breath.
That was so fun, though.
I know.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it recording?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Hello. We just saw Spring Breakers in the theater.
Yes.
And how did you feel about it?
How did you feel about it? Because I don't know how to feel about it.
I loved it. I'm dying. I loved it.
What was the message of the movie? Because I can't put it into words.
I think it was about, like, the conflict between, like, YOLO and, like, doing good things, like, being bad and being good, and kind of, like, being on, like, a power trip of living life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Being destructive is, like, kind of a rush. And then the other side of that, which is consequences, and then, like, the moral, like, questionability of it, and how right now everyone's trying to be, like, YOLO and, like, live life and, like, do drugs and whatever, but then it can go too far. And then I read this part in an article about, like, well, I read it off the headline of an article. I'm assuming this is what it talked about. About how there's, like, that's two different, like, conflicting messages that are being sent to our youth.
See, I thought it was about the concept of spring break, and I couldn't really, like, I couldn't come up with, like, a good message of the movie. I just kept thinking, oh, is he, like, making fun of spring break or college kids? I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, I think it's kind of making fun of the concept of spring break, and, like, that it is kind of one of those, like, live it up, kind of, like, experience all the things, kind of. It's like this kind of, like, alternate universe where they're, like, do escape from reality. At different stages, you want to go home from that.
Mm-hmm.
You can only handle so much of it.
I'm definitely faith in the movie.
I think I would definitely
I would have
also
left
be faith.
and been crying,
Yeah.
and I would have been the first to leave.
Yeah, as soon as we got arrested, I'd be out.
Yeah,
Like,
I wanted her to run back in that jail, like, so bad. Like, the second they were like, oh, someone bailed you out, I was like, turn around and run away.
I thought they were getting it. Like, I was scared of a rape thing was gonna happen.
Yeah,
multiple
I kept
times.
expecting
That part where the pink-haired girl was, like, kept, like, kind of arguing with the
Yeah,
guy. She's
she's
like,
you're not gonna get the pussy.
And I kept expecting, like, I was like, ooh,
She's gonna get raped.
Something bad's gonna happen
Yeah.
to her. But I'm glad it didn't go that route.
It could have been
obviously.
funny, but I was too worried about her getting something happening to her.
And I think Selena Gomez did a really
Selena Gomez was really good.
I thought she
I was
was
expecting
really
her to be really crappy. She did really good.
Yeah.
And Vanessa Hudgens, too. I kept expecting her to not pull through, but she was...
I see that in
Yeah.
her, though. I see that, like,
yeah, I know.
twisted.
She's kind of freaky. We all know that.
It was also about, like, small-town people, like, going into, like, adulthood.
Yeah.
So then I thought that was maybe kind of why they chose, like, Vanessa Hudgens and, like, Selena Gomez and Ashley Benson, who are all, like, from stuff that we've seen when we were younger or, like, teenagers. And now all of a sudden they're in, like, this, like, real world, like, really twisted, like, reality with lots of adult content. Parallel to how the movie is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna I'm making no sense. Unknown director, but really known actresses that kind of, like, made that switch on people is because they were expecting it to be a certain way because of, like, how popular it was. I don't think anyone was expecting it to be an art film.
No.
Not at all.
Not as artsy. I wasn't expecting it to be like that sort of artsy and...
I loved it. Oh god,
Yeah,
it was like
it
visual.
was amazing.
It was like visual.
Beautiful.
It was so good. So beautiful. When I first saw the trailer, like, I thought the trailer looked really, like, dark and, like, stylistically really twisted, and I was like, okay, I get it. Like, it's not gonna be like spring break. It's gonna be like this, like kind of
spring break. Yeah.
spring break. I had that expectation. Then everyone was saying that it was, like, the worst movie they'd ever seen, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
that's because you guys didn't, like, understand what the movie was. I don't know if that was intentional, that they were trying to trick everyone, but I don't know.
I thought that it was going to be as crappy as everyone was saying it was, but it was really good. It was so good.
I loved it! It was I don't even know why people said that was the worst. Well, I guess, okay, because a lot of people said that it wasn't plot-driven, which it definitely wasn't, but it was, like, this beautiful little, like, trip of colors, and it was so good, and I loved it. And it wasn't about a plot, it was about, like, a concept, and they were exploring that concept. The credit song was Lights by Ellie Goulding, and the entire theater was empty, so we danced around to the entire song.
And then the second the song ended, the poor guy to clean the theater came in, and we all just went, oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yep, we're done.
Let's get our bags, and just, we were like running around the whole theater. It was great.
And then when we got out of the theater, we started cracking up, and then people it was great. I felt free. Oh yeah, that was another one of the themes of the movie, I think, was freedom.
Just felt like everyone, like, in the movie was really dumb. Well, it was intentional.
Yeah, but I think it was the conflict of, like, do really well in school and then you get a good job and, like, la 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 la, and then, like, think the other end of that is, like, do really dumb shit and then have fun while doing it. And I think, like, trying to find that balance. Obviously, Ashley Benson and Vanessa Hudgens chose to go the dumb shit route.
Yeah. The part towards the end of the movie, spoilers, I guess, was like the part when they were calling their moms up on their phone, and they're like, I guess that's the meaning of life, to be a good person. Were they saying that ironically, like, we're lying to you, we actually know the meaning of life is to do whatever you want? Or were they, like, intentionally being like, we're going to do this one bad thing and then we're going to be good people for the rest of our lives?
I think it was the second one, because I think, I don't know, because obviously the movie, like, wasn't super chronological, but I think that part occurs after they shot up the whole house. So I think that was kind of them realizing, like, yeah, this went too far. Like, that was, like, enough is enough. Like, that was the final straw.
And then, like, I don't even see why they acted out the whole end scene when an important character sort of didn't act out that scene with them, and that's what that person was all about. And okay, can I just say it? Okay, when James Franco dies, I would have just stopped right there. I don't know why they acted it out.
I know. I was like doing that too. I was like, well, isn't it over now?
I felt like it was a video game. I was definitely thinking like Mario, like, and Luigi, kind of like first level, like, okay, he's dead, we have to keep going, and then like Bowser is like the evil guy in the hot tub, and it's just like you gotta go up from there, and that was like the final, you know,
the final
level.
It
was definitely like a video game, that last scene.
Yeah. And that's what they said in the movie.
Yep, that's what they said at the very beginning, so.
And then I think, I don't know, the way I thought of it maybe when James Franco died is, like, kind of trying to maybe, like, make the point that, like, he wasn't manipulating them into doing this. Like, they were doing it for themselves. Like, it wasn't like, oh, all these, like, naive girls got tricked by this bad guy, and, like, that, and then it, like, corrupted them. Like, I feel like they went into it, like, knowing what it was gonna be. And then even without him, they are still going to do it because it's their choice.
I feel like that idea was definitely, I don't know, made into a metaphor in the part where they were, like, pointing the gun in his mouth. That it was definitely like, you know, like, you don't have any power over us. Like, we're equals kind of thing.
I was
like freaking out.
He was like sucking their dicks. I loved it. We'll do again. Question, worth the money?
Yes.
Question 2, would you see it again?
Yeah.
I would too. I think what I was thinking about at the end is, like, I think seeing it in the movie theater made a really, like, a big difference for me. I feel like if I was, like, watching it at home, if you were, like, in a place where you could get distracted, like, you could be distracted. But I would definitely watch it again. I loved it. It was so good.
Like, out of 5 stars,
I'm gonna go with the 4.
4, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the 4. It was very good. And I love the editing, and I was, like, throwing up. It was so good.
Yep.
Yep. Not really.
Barf. Yep. It was just throw up good.
Ugh,
vomit good.
So good. Okay. Well, bye! Happy spring break!
Y'all.